Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to this Fun Fridays project on my blog at stampwithelaine.com. This is a really simple, easy trifold card, and that's what we're going to make with the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set, and it's bundled with the Hey Birthday Chick dies. If you follow me, you would have seen on my Top Tip Tuesday slot how I put all the stamps combined with this stamp set and the Hey Chick stamp set, put all the stamps on a Stamparatus and use the press and seal specialty wrap to put all the dies together, and then I could die cut multiple images. So I've already die cut them to save time. And the elements we needed was the fence, the 3 types of chicken, the birthday greeting. I'm going to show you how I gilded those, the streamers, a sack of corn. I think that's it. For my card base, I'm using the 12 by 12 inch sheet of cardstock. This is smoky slate, and I've cut it at 5 7/8 by 12 inches. Bring in the scoreboard, and we're going to score this. It's easily divisible by 3, so we're going to score it at 4 inches and 8 inches on the long side. Then we're going to reinforce the fold. The first one is a valley fold, and the second fold is a mountain fold, so that one will fold back, and we reinforce the creases. These are the Celebration ombre papers. They're free with a £45 purchase, excluding shipping and handling. So you've only got a couple of days left because the celebration period ends on the 28th of February. These have been cut from a 6 by 6 inch sheet down to 3 3/4 inches by 5 5/8 inches. That's 9.5 by 14.3 centimeters, and you need 3 pieces. And I've deliberately staggered them so that there will be a bit of contrast on the 3 panels. If you fold out the card like that, mountain fold is on your first panel, so then you glue those like so, and when you shut the card, you shut it this way, so the front of the card will be here. Next you have the 3 Blackberry Bliss matte layers. Then you glue the basic white layer on, and these have been cut at 2 7/8 by 4 7/8. In metric that will be 7.3 by 12.4 centimeters. So in addition, for the cardstock, you're going to need some cinnamon cider, Blackberry Bliss to die cut the words and the streamers, basic white spare to stamp and cut out your chickens, and a scrap of smoky slate to cut out the fence. You're going to need smoky slate ink and Versamark and a blending brush. The blending brush is for blending a bit of colour for the background to ground these chickens. Versamark is to do your letters. I'm partially gilding these happy birthday letters here. We need the gilded leafing, a small brush and heat and stick powder, and a heat tool. We also need some stamping blends. This is Smoky Slate, Blackberry Bliss, Mango Melody, Pumpkin Pie and Real Red. And I'll also need some markers to colour in the confetti stamp. This is Pumpkin Pie, Blackberry Bliss and Balmy Blue. To begin with, I'm just going to ink up the blending brush with Smoky Slate and check which is the bottom of my card, which is here, and I'm just going to brush a bit of smoky slate on the bottom here. Now, the reason why I've masked the letters with washi tape is so that I can stamp the whole letter with Versamark ink. I could do it this way and press that into the Versamark ink pad. Then peel off the sticker, or the washi tape rather. Completely immerse it in the heat and stick powder and tap off the excess. Bring the heat tool in and just melt that heat and stick powder. Bring in the gilded leafing and pop this letter in and press it down so that it will adhere to the letter, and then brush it off with this small brush. See how pretty that is? Now I can start assembling my pre-die cut pieces. I'm going to put this banner on first so I don't lose it. I actually put a self-adhesive sheet on the back of the cardstock to make it easier to glue. I've applied adhesive to the back and I'm going to pop this sort of down here. Next I'm going to adhere the fence to the side here without leaving a gap, and I'll also lean the sack of corn here against the fence. Next I'm going to colour in all the stamped images, so I'll probably speed this up. I'll be using pumpkin pie and blackberry bliss on the chicken, real red for his comb and the waffle, pumpkin pie for his beak, smoky slate for his body. And for the end chicken with the balloon, I'll be using the same colour combination, pumpkin pie for his feet, that for real red for his comb, smoky slate for his body, and blackberry bliss for the balloon. So I'll speed this up while I'm doing it. That we've done all our colouring, we can adhere the chickens on, and I'm just going to use the smoky slate marker with the brush end and just round it a little bit. Next we're going to adhere this with the birthday cake one. And again ground it, and lastly the one with the balloon. I'm going to go a little bit off the card but not on the fold. Next I'm going to stamp the sentiments. You're still a spring chicken and let's celebrate you, in tuxedo black memento ink. So pop that in the middle there. This is where the colour markers come in. Sometimes if you want to put multiple colours on the same stamp, you can do this by using different markers. So I'll just colour a portion in pumpkin pie. I'm using the thick brush end. You can see from the thick line in the marker, the thick line is the brush end and the fine line is the journaling side. Remember where I inked it before, so as to not mix the colours. Then you need to hover on it to re-moisten it. And if you want a different coloured combo, make sure you clean the stamp in between stamping the next lot. So this time I'll ink up the strings in balmy blue, pumpkin pie at the top, and blackberry bliss on the bottom. Huff on it. Stamp up here, and just one last time. Now here are some other samples. I use the Whimsy dies, which just cuts out a detail. It doesn't actually cut through the card, but that's a one layer card. And this one is paper piecing, and it uses the little chicks in the die set and also the path. That again cuts out detail but doesn't actually die cut a piece, as it were. And I just did that for the inside. And this one I stepped it up and I added an embossing folder, and still using the Also ombre papers. So these are some other samples, and of course today's project. So that's a really easy trifold card. I hope you'll have a go, and I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, all the supply list is below the video in the show more section, and you can read more about it on my blog at stampwithelaine.com. All the links are below, and you'll also find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. Thanks for watching. Bye.